Dude, that's cranking. Okay, I feel like I've been making wires all day. Kicking, you can smell the diesel. Tested the remote and it works, so that's sick. I'm gonna melt this glove if I keep my hand over it. It'd be cool if I can just mount that thing right on the... It's got the muffler mounted. All right, I'm over here at Anthony's shop again because it is way cooler than mine. And I want to install my new diesel heater in the van. I've also got a battery to put back there to run that thing, and then I'm gonna tie this in with the dual battery setup that's already in the van. And then I want to be able to isolate it with this kill switch here. So then when I'm running the diesel heater, I can disconnect it from the truck batteries just so I don't wear down the batteries on accident, which I don't think that thing uses much amperage anyways, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. So then I can just flip it back on when I'm driving the truck, and then it'll recharge my auxiliary battery back here. And then I'm going to also put a converter back here too, so you know, I might be able to charge drills or batteries or whatever it is with this power inverter here. It'd be cool if I can just mount that thing right on this battery box. Just kind of mount everything on this box. It'll all be kind of contained. But I'm getting ready to put this thing up in the air. The second battery is back here under the frame rail right there. So I'm just gonna drop that down, run some wire from that over to my third battery, which I don't know where I'm mounting it yet, but somewhere back here. And then it'll all be tied together. Pretty straightforward. Sounds pretty simple. It's gonna be a little bit more work than it sounds like, but it's definitely gonna be sick. I guess these cheap little diesel heaters will melt you out of your truck. So you gotta make sure they're thermostated. I don't even know if this thing's got a thermostat or not, but I think it does. I guess these are actually kind of nice. Take diesel. I think if this thing's pretty awesome, I just filled this thing up. But I think if this thing's pretty awesome, I'll end up just running a fuel line straw down into the stock tank so I don't have to keep refilling this thing and getting diesel all over the place. But yeah, so that's the second project on this thing. And I have a feeling the next project will be putting some blocks in the rear to lift this up another 2 inches, because the air shocks didn't do the trick really. It raised it up now, it's great, but I had my enclosed hooked up yesterday and it was squatting again, so the air shocks didn't quite cut it, unfortunately. All right, got the battery dropped down. Gonna run these up. I don't want to put it through the floor where the side doors are, so I'm gonna run it right back to about right there. Probably put a hole right around where that little, I don't even know if that's a hole for something already. Maybe I'll just knock that out and run it up that way instead of running it underneath the truck and across everything. It's gonna go up. There's a mat in the back of this thing, so I can just run it across under the mat. You won't be able to see it. And then it's not getting beat up by all the road debris or whatever underneath here. So I think that's the move. Luckily this thing's super clean, so this thing came right down. None of the bolts were seized up at all, so got lucky there. Okay, I feel like I've been making wires all day, but everything's ran. I came up through the floor over there, ran it across. That's the main power. That's gonna go to this battery here. I got the power inverter mounted. These are pretty much everything for grounds and to run to the power inverter. There's the exhaust pipe for the diesel heater. Got that all cut away. Now it's really just, I got everything marked. Now I just need to fasten everything down. And we should be good to fire this thing up. And we'll be fully operational. Hell yeah. Alright. Just got the muffler mounted for the diesel heater, exhaust pipe, and the muffler. Try to get it angled down so any moisture will still try to work its way out of that pipe and not just collect here. So yeah, pretty basic, pretty simple. Probably doesn't even need a muffler, but figured I might as well toss it on since it came with it. All right, this baby's cranking up. The exhaust is kicking. You can smell the diesel. Got it on full blast right now, and it is hot air blazing out of this thing. Like burn your hand.
Holy shit! Yeah, that's toasty.
Yeah, that's hot.
Honestly, I want to know what the temperature.
It's cranked up right now. Probably had it up at 98.
Oh, coming out of there.
What's that?
The exhaust. That's 136 degrees.
Coming out of there?
Yeah.
I just turned it down. Let's crank her back up. Let's crank her back up. Let's try and light this bad boy on fire. Thing's ripping, dude.
Dude,
It's cranking.
it's getting hotter. Yeah, like that's some pretty good output. Holy shit.
Still going up.
165. That's
That's hot,
amazing.
dude. It's hot. Kind of want to just crank it and make sure like nothing's gonna try to melt.
Yeah.
This battery has been sitting for a year or two, not on a tender or anything.
Seriously?
Yeah. I mean, it's at a 12 volts or just under. Crank it.
That's badass. Jealous. Finally get one.
Definitely be nice.
I'm ordering one.
Nice
Dude,
back
it's like
here. Oh, it's
warm
warming
back
up.
there already.
Oh, it's way hot up here because it's cranking all the heat to the
Yeah.
front.
That's sick, dude.
Pretty sick. All right, this thing is crazy hot. Like it feels like it's gonna melt this glove if I keep my hand over it.
Oh,
It's
it's nice and toasty.
It's legit hot. Like that's legit burn your hand hot.
Yeah, the corner of the bumper is 200 degrees.
Oh, really? Damn, I didn't think it'd get that hot.
Yeah.
I guess maybe I didn't put that muffler in a great spot.
190 one spot. Oh yeah, it's like 240 degrees right here.
Oh, that's no good.
Yeah, 230 like right here. Motherfucker's pumping in, dude. Yeah. Oh shit, yeah, that's
Don't touch that. That's.
It's a little hot.
I mean, it is on full blast, so I probably won't have it on full blast all the time, but. Real sick. Oh, wife's calling me. All right, just tested the remote and it works, so that's sick. Got that all dialed in. The vent kind of shooting it out away from everything. That tube is crazy hot, so you don't want it resting on the ground or anything because that tube is smoking hot. It was on full blast, so I would assume most people aren't going to run it that hot anyways, but I definitely wouldn't like it resting on anything. So just fasten it up a little bit. I'm like sweating right now. It's super hot in here. Sick. Definitely worth the 150 bucks already. All right, so do a little drive back home from Anthony's, and this diesel heater in the back has a remote. I think it has Wi-Fi also, so I might be able to get like an app to turn it off and on. But anyways, I just kicked it on with this remote, and it is freaking starting to get scorching in here already. So that's pretty sick. So if you're driving out in the middle of nowhere and it's getting crazy cold and you know you're gonna be stopping to sleep sometime soon, fire that baby up and get everything warm. Maybe even it gets so freaking hot you might be able to get your bed warmed up and everything back there. So real sick. Definitely worth the 150 bucks or whatever it was. Highly recommend if you ever do any sleeping in your vehicles.